My name is Paige and I go to Crenshaw C House.
St. Monica Academy. Holy Family High School.
I'm from Roosevelt High School and
Oh yeah.
My name is Jasmine and I'm from Wilson.
Hi, my name is Jamie and I'm from Westchester High. And I feel abortions are wrong.
Right now I'm for abortion, but I'll see how the movie is and if it changes my mind or anything.
It looks like it'll be a good movie, so I'm excited to see it.
Hopefully they show two sides of it, not just one side. So I'm pro-choice.
I heard that it's like very equally distributed between like in favor and not in favor. It's not really like taking a side, so I'm excited to see it.
And I've heard that it's very powerful and touching.
It's based on a true story.
A lot of people in my school have been talking about it.
The movie will come out in theaters next year. This is the first of our town hall screenings.
Thought the film was great. I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it more than Juno because I think it shows two perspectives, whereas Juno didn't. And I think it's more insightful.
The film was very insightful. It made me cry twice.
It helped me see the other sides and how it's really hard and people struggle after getting an abortion.
It really opened up my mind and how many choices we have in life.
I really liked the documentary in the middle with, hearing the perspectives of those educated people, those who are, professionals in the field.
I actually enjoyed it because they gave us both point of views and it was really interesting. It was very educational.
It gave a good message across to all audiences to inform them how it affects so many people.
I actually have a friend that had an abortion and that actually affected her family a lot. Now her family is completely different with her.
Everyone's talking about like when you're 15, 16 and you get pregnant, you don't know what to do, if you should have an abortion or to keep the baby.
You have a choice of your own and you can do whatever you want with your body.
In my mind, it should be considered like a crime because it's a human.
I'm pro-choice because it depends on what the situation is, and no one really knows how it feels unless it actually happens to them in their daily lives.
What about that helpless child?
And if you're not ready to have a child, then don't go have sex. Seriously.
And I think that the songs that Bruce chose really suited the scenes and the subject matter.
More than it being a story about abortion, I think for her it's about those finite moments in your life that change you, that shape you.
The director Bruce had talked to me about how they were going to interweave documentary footage, and I thought it's an interesting thing that I think should be discussed, and I liked the characters.
Do you think that women should have the right to terminate a pregnancy? Say what you think, you know what I mean? So it's your world and it's your future.
Honestly, if you're not ready to have a baby, then you shouldn't, because that puts the baby's life in jeopardy, maybe, and even yours.
I'm only 18, I just turned 18 and I've had a child. My son is 2 years old and I don't think at all anybody should have an abortion unless it's a serious cause for a rape.
If I were pregnant right now and I had to have a kid, that means I couldn't go to college.
You can continue going on with your life. It's just a slower process to getting to where you want to get. So I believe that you can have a kid no matter what and just continue if you have the support.
I want a baby when I'm ready, when I can support it, take care of it, and not when I feel like I'm forced to.
I'm against abortion 100%, and if I were to get pregnant again, I think I would have a child again. And if you're gonna have a child and you're gonna have sex, you might as well be responsible and know what you're doing, or else just don't have sex at all.
Abortions are wrong. I feel like if you're woman enough to open up your legs and let somebody come in, you should be woman enough to let something come out.
To sit here and say that if you're irresponsible, don't have sex, I think is really simplifying the issue. And I think you should look above that and really just basically, women should have the choice. And I'm surprised, but I think all you guys would support me and agree with that, just as women in general.
So what we really need is people to help in order to make abortions more safe for human beings, because it's not good. And also, every girl should have their right to choose.
I believe that from the moment of conception, that baby is a human being, and it's alive in you, and we can't kill off what is the most helpless being.
I agree with what she said, because once it's conceived, it has a soul.
not just a piece of tissue like one of the ladies said in the movie.
I am so thankful to my mother for having me, for having all my siblings, and I think we should just all thank our mothers for giving us life. And so when I say thank, you say you. Thank you. Woo!
My mom's here. Say thank you to my mom. Since we were saying thank you to moms.
And the movie actually made me think more about like how all of us, we cannot judge anyone if they choose to have an abortion or not. I honestly am pro-life.
I'm pro-choice, and I do know that I am representing a Catholic high school, and I do believe that abortion is morally wrong, but I'm also American, and I also live in a democracy, and I think that you women should really support women in their choice and really allow women to have that option.
There's other options, like there's people out there who can't have babies, and they really want children, and you can always like go and, I mean, it's not easy, but you can have your child and give it up to someone who can really take care of it.
My biological mother had me when she was 16. I am adopted, but let me tell you, the adoption and the foster homes that I went through were not easy. Should I have gone through that option, my brothers and I have not had an easy life because of this.
I'm pro-abortion because why should a child come to the world to suffer? So they should just go to a better place and not feel any pain.
I believe in being more informed about what abortion is and how the procedure goes, because with doctors, they don't tell you like the stuff like after it's gonna happen to you when you're gonna have the baby, when you're losing the baby, because I have seen personal myself, people being affected by it years after it happened. They don't know that it's psychologically, it hurts you. It hurts the woman.
Let's hear did anybody's opinion change as a result of watching this? Did it bring up anything that was new that you hadn't thought of before? Did it reinforce what you already thought? Like how did that impact your viewpoint?
I mean, at some points it did kind of change my point of view, but then I just thought about myself and how, like, if I were in that situation, what I would do, and I'm still pro-choice.
I don't know, it kind of changed my views a little.
I thought that the movie would have been better had it not had those scenarios, because I mean the facts kind of changed my view. I was pro-choice, and now I'm definitely thinking it over.
It really opened my eyes to like the pregnancy and everything, and their decisions that they made were very appropriate for the situations.
The way I thought about abortions and stuff, it changed the whole thing. I thought they was okay, but now they look like they real bad.
I was always pro-life, and I think it just enforced it more.
You know what? I've always been pro-choice, but I think it gave me more evidence to support my belief in the whole issue.
I would absolutely recommend it to my friends.
It was a really good movie.
Actually, I really liked the movie. It was really good.
Well, I liked it a lot because it showed us in our point of view, the way because our age.
I would recommend this to family, to boyfriends especially, because they're the ones, they should just watch it. And to everybody out there, it's good. You learn. It's a great learning experience.
Website southdakota.themovie.com. Okay, you'll be able to email comments in there and keep in touch with us as the movie develops.